God, you guys know what would have made the experience of watching this movie even better? How about seeing it on a big screen like this one? Man, Pixar is really getting over right now, aren't they? Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another brand new movie review. And as always, I thank you all so much for stopping by. And I hope you enjoy your stay. Because yep, we're looking at Luca this time around. It's the brand new Pixar film that just hit on Disney Plus this past weekend. And this movie is set in a beautiful seaside town on the Italian Riviera known as Porto Rosso. It's a coming-of-age story about a young boy named Luca, voiced by Jacob Tremblay. And it basically shows him experiencing an unforgettable summer filled with gelato, pasta, and endless scooter rides. And Luca shares all these adventures with his newfound best friend Alberto, but all the fun is threatened by a deeply held secret. He's a sea monster from another world just below the water's surface. So let me just get the positives out of the way first. It's a Pixar film, so you would guess correctly that this film would be a technical masterclass. And that's exactly what Luca is. I mean, Pixar's films have gotten to the point where their animation is just photorealistic. And I'm pretty sure I said something similar in my review for Soul a few months ago. But this animation really has gotten to a revolutionary point, guys. And the aesthetic of this film, the beautiful score, this all made me want to travel the world and visit Italy myself. This honestly reminded me of the first time I sat in a theater and watched Ratatouille as a kid. Ratatouille made me want to travel the world and go visit Paris. I mean, all that animation was just like a beautiful painting. And now sitting here as a full-grown adult, Ratatouille is one of my favorite Pixar films. Luca is a different story, but we'll get there when we get there. But let me just talk about this voice acting for a second. Across the board, these guys are all phenomenal. Jacob Tremblay is almost transformative as the title character. Jack Dylan Grazer from the It movies is very likably charismatic as Alberto. You got Maya Rudolph in there. She's also very good as per usual. I mean, absolutely no complaints from me about the performances, the direction, anything like that. My issues with Luca mainly revolve around this story. I was talking to a good friend of mine about this. We both watched the film over the weekend, and we really wanted this film to be a lot more interesting than it was. I hate to say it, but Luca honestly felt a little bit aimless. I mean, sure, there's points where these characters will have goals. Like, for example, Luca and Alberto want to win this race to get this motorized scooter called a Vespa so they can travel the world together, but the stakes never really feel like they're there in this film. And it's a damn shame because there are loads of really neat ideas for jokes thrown in there. One of the big ones I think are the two lead characters not being able to come in contact with any water, because if they do, that reveals their true identity. That's all well and good, but throughout the whole film, I really feel like there should have been a lot more on the line for these characters. And I hate to say it, I wasn't really as invested in this Pixar film as I was in some of these other ones, especially recently. While I'm on the subject of the early portions of the film, I wish we had learned more about what Luca actually did as a sea monster. I mean, yes, we do see him interact with his family and swim around a little bit, but I don't know about you guys. I found the stuff on land to be much more interesting, which, I get it. That might have been the filmmaker's goal all along, and bravo if that was the case. But again, I feel like there was a little bit of a missed opportunity for them to explore the undersea world a little bit more. And oh god, let's talk about this villain. One of the lamest characters I've ever seen. He's the hotshot biker who the leads have to beat in this triathlon race thing, and he is just so over-the-top annoying. And again, this might have been the aim with this character to really make us despise him, but he really is not all that interesting of a character. He's just an asshole. All the most interesting villains, especially in Disney's canon, I'm really surprised I'm saying this right now, but they at least have some interesting redeeming qualities about them. This villain had none of that. I mean, god, despite all these nitpicks I had with the film, I still really enjoyed it. It's Pixar, it's still gonna be rock solid animation, and without spoiling anything, very similar to how I felt about Onward, but I feel like the ending really carries this film. The message that it all gives us is super inspiring, and I really respect Pixar for going this route because it is truly unlike anything that preceded it. But with all that being said, I'm gonna give Luca a B-. minus. In my personal opinion, it is definitely not top tier Pixar like Soul was last December. But I gotta say, if you're an avid fan of the studio like I am, there is a lot to enjoy with Luca. I strongly recommend you check it out on Disney Plus right now. This is all just my opinion. What did you guys think of Luca? Do you agree with me? Do you not? I'm also curious, what is your guys' favorite Pixar film of the last decade? Is it this one? Did you guys think Soul was better like I did? As you guys know, I love making these videos and discussing cinema and all things entertainment. I love starting that discussion. So let's continue it all down in the comments, shall we? And hey, if this is your first time visiting the channel today, thank you so much for clicking on the thumbnail. It really does mean the world. And definitely consider hitting that big red subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can. It would be incredibly helpful to the channel. It's completely free. You can always change your mind later. And I'll tell you what, if you subscribe, you'll also be the first ones to know anytime I upload a new video over here. And one last reminder, on your way out today, be sure to hit that thumbs up. That would be incredibly helpful as well. And as always, guys, look out for more exciting content hitting the channel very, very soon. You guys are the best. And with all that being said, back talk, commence.